Hi, I'm broke. So are you. This is my Toyota Altezza, Japanese import that I bought for a steal. It needs a lot of love, both mechanically and cosmetically. The main two problems with the cosmetics are that it looks awful, and it's supposed to be at a car show with real supercars a single week from now. Unfortunately, I have no money. So today we're gonna find out if I can take this last $100 of my savings and turn it into a paint job for my car, and whether or not you should too. Here I just bought 18 of these gold Rust-Oleum spray cans for $100, just under that actually. Let's see how this goes. Ultimately, the final result is all going to be up to the preparation that we put in right now. And I know everyone, including myself, hates this part, so I'll spend as little time as possible. Just go over the whole car with some sandpaper, and we'll go ahead and paint. These are massive runs of blue paint. There's actual lumps in here that I may need to take a chisel to or something. To make this job easy on yourself, I highly recommend that you go to your local hardware store and grab some automotive plastic and some masking tape. I, just for the fun of the video, decided to use what I had laying around, and it made the process kind of painful, so I do not recommend that you try doing that. Just spend a little bit of extra money to get the better result. It's definitely worth it. And once the car is all masked off, or in my case, kinda, sorta, not really, but we can go ahead and start the fun part, which is spraying the car down. Make sure you test the spray pattern of the can before you start spraying, and go ahead and start spraying anywhere you like. Try to do even side-to-side motions continuously. Try not to be rough, try not to overspray in one area. You don't need to spray it all at once. Try to do a few light coats. And you want to try to do this in the shade or somewhere where there's not going to be any kind of falling objects getting in your paint, and preferably not in the wind and cold. In my case, it was freezing cold and it was super windy, so that definitely affected how my paint job turned out. Given that we're on a budget in this video, I'm using absolutely minimal masking supplies, in this case just some tape. I was going to go for some plastic and cardboard as well, but as it turns out, it's freezing cold and I can't feel my hands, and I'm not going to do that. If that's just one can, then after like 10 cans, I imagine we'll be done with the whole car. And I have 18 cans, so we'll have plenty to paint match the headlights and do whatever else. Another tip I have is I definitely recommend getting some kind of a sprayer grip, like the one I'm showing on screen here. It basically sits on top of the can and makes it much easier for you to continuously spray without wearing out your finger a whole bunch. I did not have one of these, and I could not feel my fingers by the time we were done. And that's pretty much it to paint your car. One more tip I have is I definitely recommend clear coat. So I did not clear coat my paint, and it ended up sitting underneath some trees in the rain for a long time, and the paint got damaged. I was planning to clear coat it a bit later, but now that the paint is damaged, I'll need to respray the entire car before I go ahead and clear coat it. The clear coat will preserve the paint and make sure that it doesn't get damaged, and basically make it a professional quality finish, even if the paint isn't top notch. At the supermarket, bought some $1 metal scrubbies and some goo removal. Not even paint remover. You can get paint remover if you want. I just got goo remover. And look, all this overspray just comes right off. I wish I had a rag as well so I could wipe it off, but yeah, no problem whatsoever. All in all, I only ended up using $40 of paint, and I probably could have gotten proper masking supplies and clear coat and a spray nozzle for $100. So yes, you can do it. But here's my result after just $40. Paintはゴールド。Uh-oh, that's not good. In case you don't know, timing belt is not supposed to look like that, so can't drive the car now. But while it's apart, I think this is the perfect time to go turbo, so stay tuned if that interests you. And I got this thing. My name is Amin, and I learned to drift with street racers in the mountains when I lived in Japan, and now it's my dream to become the world's best drifter and win D1GP, the premier drift championship in Japan. So follow along my story if you like. Thank you so much for all your support. See you next time.